Hello, I'm Vince Sims, and welcome to 5 Talk Street. 2020, 2021 have certainly been 2 years for the record books, especially when it comes to North Texas nonprofit organizations reaching out to help so many people in need. BAPS Charities, it's one of those such organizations. They have provided local drive-through COVID-19 vaccination sites. They're helping with COVID-19 relief in India, and they're raising money to fight breast cancer right here in DFW. Here to tell us more about their good works is Deepan Patel. He is a volunteer for BAPS Charities in DFW. Thank you for joining us.
Good to be with you, Vince.
Let's first of all just talk to us a little bit about BAPS Charities and what this is.
So BAPS Charities is a global nonprofit organization serving the needs of individuals, families, and our local communities. And we do this through community activities, educational services, environmental initiatives, humanitarian relief, and health and wellness, which has become a top priority for many countries across the world, given the pandemic. And we have presence in over 100 cities here in North America and about 1,100 cities worldwide. So BAPS Charities is able to give back to our local communities as well as contribute at a national and global level as well.
Know that you do it globally, you do a lot locally, so a lot of that is relief efforts. Talk to us a little bit about some of the relief efforts you have going on right now.
Absolutely. So this Friday, we're getting recognized, we're getting a proclamation from State Representative J.C. Jetton recognizing our relief efforts with the recent winter storm here in Texas. And I'm sure I was impacted. A lot of other folks within the Texas region were impacted as well with the winter storm. So that is one example. But you know, the most important thing is giving back to the community through our vaccination drives, our flu shots, drive up food giveaway, and that sort of stuff. So including voter registration drives during our elections. So there are several things that BAPS Charities is involved with.
When you just mentioned about the vaccines there, some of this is like volunteers trying to get this into their communities and just in their areas, right?
That is absolutely right. And some of the things that we've done here in the U.S. was we closed our facilities per the guidelines issued by the CDC and local authorities. We raised awareness through educational campaigns, and we shared messages of face coverings and social distancing, sanitation. And we set up vaccination drives at 12 centers in North America, delivering thousands of doses for anyone that registered. And this is all volunteer driven. We also did food giveaways for anyone that was in need, and this is in addition to our annual food drives. In addition to that, we donated hot meals to the Parkland Hospital right here in Dallas, including a financial contribution to the Parkland Hospital. And we're also sending donations to hotspots and hospitals in several states across the United States. And you can find a lot more about it if you're curious and want to learn. If you go to bapscharities.org/USA, COVID Response USA, you'll find that there's been work done across several states within our country.
Deepan, it's great to see what BAPS Charities is doing in the DFW area and even across the nation here. But we know COVID-19 is impacting internationally. India is being hit hard, very hard right now by this. What is BAPS Charities doing in regards to trying to help in that effort?
So when it comes to a global pandemic of this magnitude, we truly have to come together as a global community. These are unprecedented, difficult times. We're seeing 300,000 to 400,000 cases daily, and that could put a burden on any infrastructure. So we're providing immediate response to the current crisis by setting up special facilities for COVID-19 patients. We're caring for them, sending donations to them. We have supplied 440 metric tons of oxygen as well as oxygen concentrators. We have delivered hundreds of thousands of PPE, not just in India, but wherever it was needed the most, including right here in our country. We've set up over 500 beds in India, which was set up within a matter of hours and days and not weeks. And we set that up across several cities in India. And a lot of times when you're busy trying to care for people, you forget that they need hot meals and medication. So we're caring for their medication delivery as well as providing thousands of hot meals per day. because we understand that family members may not be able to visit, or they're quarantining themselves and they're not able to come visit their loved ones. So it's a difficult time, but that's when we truly come together and try to make a difference.
That is great to see that you are making that difference. Obviously, COVID-19 is getting a lot of attention right now, but cancer, it has not gone anywhere. So let's talk about In the Joy of Others, the virtual walk that BAPS Charities will be doing for the Komen Breast Cancer Foundation. And this is a walk you've been doing for over 10 years.
That is correct. That is correct. And I think it's important to understand the connection between BAPS Charities Walk Run and the current COVID-19 aid and response. So in 2020, BAPS Charities donated $25,000 to Susan G. Komen. And you and I both know that folks suffering from underlying conditions are the most vulnerable. So this fund directly helped those that were suffering from the impacts of COVID-19 pandemic. And so in the Joy of Others Walk Run, it has been hosted across 80 centers here in North America, including Little Rock, where you started your career, Vince. So we've been hosting them across, and 2020 was an unprecedented year. So we had to pivot and adjust and start doing virtual walks, socially distanced walks. I don't know about you, but I walked a lot during the quarantine, during the lockdown periods. So I was putting in 10, 15,000 steps a day. So our goal this year is to do 100 million steps. And again, it's going to benefit Susan G. Komen. And the walk, as you can see on the screen, the details are available on the screen. And if you go to bapscharities.org and look at the drop down in the region, if you select Dallas, you'll be able to register for the walk. You can donate. And even for COVID India Response, there's a link on bapscharities.org where you can go and donate if you would prefer. So this year we're doing the walk in 62 centers, and that's going to be about 100 million steps. So that's roughly 50,000 miles. So this is individual walks, but you feel connected to a greater cause. It's safe, but it's still going to be impactful. So we're going to get about 25,000 walkers across the country. So this is going to be a benefit to immediate benefit to our community. So this has been happening, as you mentioned, for 10 years, and we encourage everybody to join. And if you are interested in learning more about it, how can you get involved? How can you contribute if you'd like to? If you go to bapscharities.org, Walk Run 2021, Dallas, there's a lot of content available on YouTube as well. So if you Google previous walks, you'll get to see. We benefited a lot of a whole series of nonprofits. Our beneficiaries have included national as well as local nonprofits, Children's Medical Center, American Heart Association, American Diabetes Association, City of Irving. So several beneficiaries have been able to gain from our Walk Run initiative.
All right, and so we do thank you for this. We've got the information. We're going to have it on the screen. So Deepan, thank you so much for your time and for joining us today.
I really appreciate it, Vince.
And of course, for our viewers, if you would like to register for the virtual walk run or to help with the relief efforts, simply visit bapscharities.org.